Here now is West Point grad Jeremy Hunt. Jeremy, great to see you. You know, these cadets have pledged their allegiance to the U.S. Constitution. Critical race theory demeans the U.S. Constitution. Isn't that a contradiction?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I was really shocking that this professor would come out and just boldly say that, hey, I'm teaching critical race theory to our nation's, to the next generation of young officers. And if you notice, the conversation has actually shifted a little bit about critical race theory. It used to be that the left told us that we were all making this up, that conservatives were just, we're just kind of tilting at windmills, making up these, these enemies that don't exist. But actually now they are admitting that, yes, we are teaching this at the Air Force Academy. We're teaching this. Even some teachers are coming out saying that I'm teaching this in public schools and high schools, that kind of thing. So we're finally getting the truth here. And it's very interesting that how it's kind of shifting the conversation.
Yeah. Well, the head of the Joint Chiefs is the one who really sort of came out and announced that it was being taught, although he kind of couched it in a way that made it seem as though you have to understand the enemy's game. But let me just play his remarks and then get your response. Roll tape.
So what is wrong with understanding, having some situational understanding about the country for which we are here to defend? And I personally find it offensive that we are accusing the United States military, our general officers, our commissioned, non-commissioned officers, of being, quote, woke or something else because we're studying some theories that are out there.
But it's not studying theories. This is a woman, this professor, she's an associate professor of political science at the Air Force Academy. She thinks that teaching critical race theory is a patriotic thing to do. She's lauding critical race theory, even though, as it's been mentioned time and again, it was developed by Marxists to undermine the U.S. Constitution and our way of life here.
That's exactly right. I mean, she seems to be clearly out of step with what the general was saying. And in her mind, this is something that we need to be endorsing. So we're not just studying theories in a kind of neutral way, assessing different worldviews. Actually, critical race theory has normative claims embedded in it. So it teaches us how to, they want to change away oppressive thinking, whatever, that means. They can define oppressive thinking however they'd like. So it actually has normative claims about how we ought to approach justice and equity, as they say. So it absolutely is not just a neutral understanding of history. It does have a lot of opinion interwoven in it. And the problem is that if we study these kinds of ideas next to Maoism and Marxism, from which it came, and all these different things, then maybe in that way it's helpful to understand the way that other worldviews out there. But that's not what's happening here.
What do you think?
It's being taught as a way to endorse,
and it's being taught to future officers who are going to be commanding a group of people in the military. How do you think it might affect their ability to do that? I mean, you can't take the time when you're in the military of distinguishing between races, can you? I mean, the beauty of the military, one of the great things about it is it doesn't distinguish between races. When you're in boot camp, you're all treated mean, no matter what color you are.
Right. I mean, on one hand, we're telling people that, look, in the military, it's all about one team, one fight. We're all in this together. But then on the other hand, we're saying, but actually, we need to make sure that we discriminate against people based on the color of their skin. So those two ideas cannot be reconciled. And that's something that we need to be very honest about.
I got to switch gears, and I don't mean to beat up on the Air Force, but this is another example from the Air Force. They're changing their physical training standards and their requirements. I'll just put up the headline. The new Air Force fitness test is going to feature walking instead of running and modified push-ups. The service is experimenting with a choose-your-own-adventure physical fitness test. Again, this isn't summer camp we're talking about. This is defending our nation.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why I joined the Army. I didn't join the chair force. But in all seriousness, no, I will say this. Look, I hope that this is informed by research and that the leaders of the Air Force have really thought this through. I trust the officers and the leadership in the Air Force. The problem is I don't know if this is actually coming from the top down. I mean, we know that the Biden administration, their favorite experiment is the military. And so we need to be very careful about where is this policy coming from? Is this just kind of a new take that the Biden administration is trying to promote? So we need to kind of get into the weeds and see what's going on here. But I really hope that's not the issue here.
I hope so too. Jeremy Hunt, good to see you. Thank you for your service, Jeremy. Have a great weekend. Appreciate it.